one of those like games, and then see I was like what exactly you have to improve on, right? What exactly you have done better, or like what exactly you're lacking, right?
So I think we're kind of spoiled there because I would say in most games I walk away thinking I could have definitely done a lot better. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like I ended up changing up my runes recently to a more like early game aggressive style, going shield bash and bone plating, because I found I was going really aggressive and often, coin flipping my early lane. And since I did that, I don't know if it's a coincidence, but I've been climbing like mad. Um, so, uh, like,
What champions do you play?
sorry?
What champions do you play?
Basically Urgot with Yorick and Sejuani as my backups.
Johnny. Okay, so pretty spicy picks.
hmm Like
Gotcha.
Sejuani, I find is like almost undercover OP, but I don't have like complete confidence taking her in ranked versus Urgot, where I have, I think at this point probably 800 Urgot games.
Oh Jesus! And you are rank?
I'm plat 3 right now.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So since you said that in your past 20 games, right?
hmm
You don't have any games that you feel at least somewhat confident that we can actually get something out of, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yep.
I.
So since we just went for a vote review,
hmm
the price for a challenger earpiece is basically almost the same.
hmm
So we can just go through. So you can basically do a challenger earpiece. So you basically just play a game, screen share me,
hmm
and I'll explain to you how exactly we go through the game,
Sure thing.
like how exactly it's gonna proceed.
Ranked game, right?
Yep, rank solo queue,
Okay, let
and
me.
I'm gonna explain to you how everything goes in such a lesson.
Okay.
So basically, once we get into the game,
hmm
I will be mostly letting you make your own decisions.
hmm
I will be giving some extra information about what's happening in the game.
hmm
If I see that you're not doing something that you're supposed to be doing, I will just let you know about it so we can correct that.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, perfect. And just so you know, this is your first time doing Challenger APS, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So there could be some feelings of like feelings like stressful. I mean,
hmm
stressed out, anxiety, or maybe like nervousness, which is completely normal for like
hmm
people who have done challenger EPs for like for like very few times or like their first time, like you do
hmm
right now. This is something that comes up because like it's nothing like natural having somebody telling you like what to do while you're playing,
hmm
and you have to process like so many things. So giving this as a disclaimer, if just so you know like what you can potentially expect once we get
hmm
into the game.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
Um,
nice.
Another thing that I've been experimenting with is, either going Hullbreaker or Titanic Hydra first. And a friend of mine actually, um, commented on that. He was like, "How do you decide?" And my reasoning was essentially, like, do I expect to join team fights or not? Um, and when I went and looked at my op.gg, I was looking at the team setups, and I realized even though I said that was my rationale to my friend, looking at the team comps and such, like it didn't seem to be the case. And so, like I still think there's probably work to do with like my itemization and such. Um, but however it is that I'm picking my items right now, it seems to be working, like at my level. But the ultimate dream would be making it to Diamond. If I can make it to Diamond at some point, not necessarily even this season, but at some point, I'll be happy.
You definitely gonna be able to make a decision. I'm quite sure. Of course, there has to be like put the like the time and effort and like all that
hmm
stuff. But it's not always the same for like everyone.
hmm
Like how much time it usually takes them to like get from a certain point to a certain point.
hmm
It can take you like 2 weeks. It can take you like 2 months. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just Basically, by that I mean like not have any kind of expectations and like to
Mm-hmm.
be with a mindset where you're aiming to improve slash fix your mistakes
Mm-hmm.
and adapt like new strats into your gameplay,
Yeah.
and also just looking to stay consistent because like all of those
Mm-hmm.
things and like good mental as well because like all of
Yeah.
those things just eventually like naturally end up giving you like progress basically LP.
Yeah, typically I'll only play like max 3 ranked games in a row. I find at after that, like my focus kind of starts waning.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like if ever I have a really tilty game, I'll probably call it right there as well because like I think I have pretty good mental, but I'd rather play at 100% mental, right?
Yeah, that's definitely for sure
Mhm.
quality than quantity.
Yeah. So Shen is a like I know I'm supposed to have the upper hand in that matchup, but I find a good Shen who is especially aggressive early really messes me up.
So level one, he shouldn't be able to do anything really against us if we just
Hmm.
keep our distance, right? If we
Hmm.
space correctly. Level two, he will most likely go for his dash, basically his E.
Hmm.
And once that happens, what we can basically do is time our E, basically react
Hmm.
on his E with our E, and just like like CC him instead of
Hmm.
like him being able to CC us.
So I've been trying to use my flip when he puts down his zone, just essentially to like kill the time in which he's
Yeah,
invulnerable.
yeah, yeah. I get what you mean.
But
But the thing that I'm talking about with reacting on his E with RE, right,
hmm.
is basically like if he taunts us, he's gonna pull out about let's say like 250 damage to 300, right? Depends
Hmm.
on the level. And like we basically want to avoid it because like once we flip him and then he's out of CC, right, and
Hmm.
he pops his W, basically his auto attack blocking thing.
Hmm.
We can basically just queue him for the slow, keep on like kiting, make
Hmm.
creating distance basically, and then like his W is already over till then,
Okay.
and we can go back to fighting.
Yeah, I think so when I play against Urgots, I find they're hitting their Qs a lot more than I am. So I think I'm like that's another part like in the mechanics that could use work. I don't know if I'm telegraphing my Q like before I shoot it or something. Like it during the trade, obviously it's much easier because we're right up against each other.
Hmm. How
Yeah.
would you play the mid game, the mid to late game against this team comp? I'm with your team comp as well.
So right now I'm thinking, Shen is gonna want to try to teleport away for some kind of team fight. It's probably a good game to go Hullbreaker, especially if they want to 2v1 me. Um,
Hmm.
I I guess the gank setup isn't amazing in the other lanes for Poppy either. So I'm not sure if she'll pay attention to me. I find relying on my junglers to see when I'm creating opportunities for them is really like it's a bit of a trap.
Yes, indeed,
So
indeed it is unfortunate.
yeah, so like I'll have to see. I think like how aggressive this Graves is because I can start pickaxe whichever path I pick, and then I think that'll determine kind of what I want to do in the mid game from there.
In this game, just in general, just going for Hallberg here won't be really bad at all. Because like eventually, once we get into like the 3 to 4 item territory, right?
Hmm.
It will be very but very hard killing, hardly killable for Shen and Graves,
Hmm.
especially because they're both AD.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
and
like
especially like once they make a mistake, we can like capitalize on that like very
hmm.
hard.
Yeah.
Especially with our ultimate, we basically kill one, get the fear, and fuck up
Hmm.
the other one as well.
Yeah, that's the ideal.
Yep,
So here I'm gonna
that's what
start
we'll.
flip.
Yep, just let him walk up, punish with auto attacks,
Hmm.
and make sure when you draw Minonagor to like pull away. It's okay. We're going a bit too far. That's we can just let him walk up on the minions. Look for some Q. I mean some autos. Yep. Use the bushes to drop aggro whenever you get some.
That was tempting to flip.
It was a good one if you actually went for it. He doesn't win it early on, so just wait for your legs to come up from cooldown, and then flip him.
Okay.
He'll get level 2, yep. Be careful about that.
So now he's got minions.
Here he has E, I'm quite sure. So like after he dashes on top of us, then he has no other tool to like really work with.
Okay. Okay, I need to start thinking about where Graves is.
Guess should be top, so basically kind of like mirrored to Poppy. So it will be nice after we get those minions to like just drop a ward. Quick one. So here you can time your Q whenever he goes for an auto attack on a minion. Make it like a bit more secure.
Yeah, it's what I tried to do, but so here I really want to get it into tower. I don't like. I want to go. Yeah, I want to go. Ideally, help Poppy. Like if Graves shows up here.
We can take a quick look over in the jungle and see what's up. Okay, so he's on Gromp, 100%. He should be over there.
Yeah.
Or if he didn't do Gromp, or like if he finished it, then he's recalling to and going towards bot side.
So
here at this point, just let him push towards you, and we can look to make a freeze, and then he's fucked.
Okay.
Does he play with TP or Ignite?
He's TP. Okay. Much less scary with TP.
Just also like when you time your Qs, just let him go up for an auto attack on the like on the minions. Like when they get very very low to like the point where they just need to be auto attacked.
Yeah, that one I was getting my own minion, or like my own CS.
Okay, just lean out at this point so the wave doesn't become too big. Be careful here. Very nice timing. Focus the wave now more. Don't really look for so much poke. We can look to use the Q on the minions at the back where they're stacked up. Yep.
Ah shit.
Because mainly right now he's looking for the shove for the crush. No. Focus the wave. Otherwise the wave will become too big and it will crush. Pop the potion. Perfect. Okay, right now he will be walking up a bit too far to try and attack us, so we can look for an opportunity to flip him. Close or into tower range. And remember, spacing is very important. We have the advantage of being melee. I mean ranged. Be careful. We can die here. Got barely any mana. Grass is missing.
Yeah, this is rough.
There could be a small chance of him making a lane gank. We still haven't spotted him on the map. Just wait for level 6, save up some mana, and if he fucks up and tries to kill us, we can look for the E into ult.
Yeah.
If he gets close to tower range, of course. If he doesn't, then we can't really kill him. Be very, very cautious right now.
Yeah, we haven't seen Graves in a while.
We can look for once you get those 3 minions, the cannon plus the casters, just look for a ward over our tribush. Because Graves can potentially come from behind. Yep, so this guy still hasn't recalled. We should be expecting Graves on top side, so ping Poppy for some help so she can be aware of that.
Okay, she's just being in danger.
We can look for the auto attacks with the legs, and hopefully just get the crush. We are in a pretty fucked up situation, so okay, we have to disengage. Flash will be needed, I think.
Yes.
Oh, okay, he messed up. Wow.
Yeah.
He messed up badly. Wait for the Q. Wait for the Q for them to like get together, and then use it. The back ones. The back ones. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. W. Just like that. Very good. So like even though we messed up, we were still able to just get the kill. You just seem to be a bit like like either impatient or like you just panic when you use your abilities.
I think
Get
I'm
potions.
a potion
Yeah,
instead of ward.
yeah, 2 potions. So like undo, yeah, and 2 potions. So, like the 2 potions are basically gonna give us the luxury of taking a bit more reckless trades, and the potions are basically gonna make up for them.
Okay.
Because right now he has no potions, so like when he makes a mistake, he can't really, like come back from it. But like we can.
Here, do I want my ward in river or in try?
A bit deeper on river. We have quite some time. He's just slow pushing the wave towards us. Just place it over here. Yep, perfect, amazing. Focus the wave, thin it out. He will be looking to contest it. Stay close to tower range. Don't stay on the right. Just hold it over there like that. Perfect. Perfect. Just get this one and let them be. Graves is over at bot side, the Raptors. Moving towards either Drake or Red buff. Ping Poppy and Janna for Drake. Graves could be over there with enemy bot lane.
Or
Okay, he's not. Oh, yep, he's in there. Yep.
yeah.
There we go. Unfortunately, Poppy is blind. Careful with W. Peace is okay. He's to mid lane. They could be looking for a gank on top right now, so be careful. Oh, actually,
Graves was
right
mid.
there still. Yep, he's still mid lane. Yeah. We just look to slow push. If he walks up for any CS, contest them. If not, then we shouldn't really be forcing anything. Just an ank some gold from the CS is totally enough for us right now, because any trades aren't really going to be any significant.
Yeah.
Yep, just like that. Perfect. I think we can buy Hullbreaker with the next blood.
It's 825. We can maybe take Krugs and go.
We can look for the enemy jungle. So let's
Enemy
go take
jungle?
some. Yep, let's go and take a look at their jungle on top side. Let's go and see what is up, what isn't, and Scuttle is spawning, so we can use E to. So let's see Gromp. Okay, we can get Gromp quickly. Don't use E yet. We're gonna use E for Scuttle.
Okay, so here typically
Poppy stops side, so we can look to Pinker and look for a gank on top lane. Do Scuttle first. Do Scuttle first.
Are you?
Or maybe
she
not.
wants
Maybe
to go
not.
now. Yeah.
Yep. Now she wants to go now.
Oh.
Oh Jesus, she's terrible. Okay, let's just look to shove in the way. So walk through the lane and go on Tribush. Like in their jungle. Cut his way off coming back to the lane.
Oh shit.
A bit too late, yeah. He came back quite fast. Just look for the Q, to disengage.
Yeah.
Okay, not a big over deal. There is a foot on the right. There is also Graves and Fizz, which are not going to be like an issue. Place ward over here on Pixel.
Pixel.
Okay. Yeah, Pixel is the small bush. Yep. Okay, back to lane. This should not crush, I think.
Oh, I think it makes it. It makes it, yeah.
What would like half crush? Yeah, let's just slow push. It's a slow push right now, so.
One thing I've struggled with on Urgot versus...
Shen is over there on Pepe.
Yeah. Is this a shove or?
Shen. He was over at Poppy.
Yeah, no. Like, if I see him going to mess in river, should I be shoving or?
Oh no, just
No?
low pushing. Just low pushing.
Yeah. So one thing I've struggled with on Urgot is because of my shotguns, I eventually I have a lot less control over the wave than. Oh, he got me.
Just a bit late.
Wow. Yeah.
So about that, like when you're auto and there is a leg which is on cooldown, just try to reposition so you can up the corner with that one.
Okay,
This is
Graves
going to
is
half
down there.
crush.
Yeah.
Or yep, somewhat of a half crush. Perfect. Look for the Q. Look for the Q. Amazing. Just fuck him up, boy.
Yep.
Yes. Beautiful. Well done. Keep on pushing. 30 seconds. I guess he has TP, so he's gonna be back immediately after he respawns.
Is it TP?
Try to use your legs here to yeah. Cause you wasted that a tiny bit of time. Just
One more?
Yep, one more. Okay, back away now. That's enough. He's gonna TP, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's in cooldown?
Yeah, it must be on cooldown. I guess that's how he got back so quickly.
Yep, seems like. So that is fine. Press tab. Let me set the scores. So Fizz an issue. Zaya has Kraken. Well, that's gonna be a very tough game for us. Fortunately. We will need to delay the game for as much as possible, so our teammates are gonna be able to like catch up with items, or if they can potentially get like a lucky team fight where the enemy team like messes up very bad. Also, buying two control ones like this is not good, just because it's it's like just buy one, like use it, and if they take it, I think you wanna like place a ward next time when you come back play, and then just do it. But having two like that is just holding your space and wasted gold.
Okay.
Because like let's say right now you want to recall and buy like a full item, right, or like a component and then like one more item. Like you will have to sell it, and you like wasted like 2 minions worth of gold.
Shen just ulted bot or
yep.
mid. So
we can look for to go towards mid lane.
Yeah.
We can look to go towards mid lane.
Oh.
Yep. So just because Fizz is over here, get a look. Yep. They are gonna fight. If you take a look over at the minimap, they seem to be going a bit more aggressive. So if Fizz doesn't show up on top lane for the wave, he's coming through jungle. What's this guy up? Perfect. Okay, this should be a kill if Poppy doesn't mess up. Nice.
Beautiful.
Amazing. Back to top lane.
Oh.
What the fuck? What exactly are they doing? Okay, so we got what we talked about like 5 minutes ago, which is basically the enemy team throwing. Go top lane, go top.
Yeah.
Nice. So the whole team at this point, oh my god. I spoke a bit too fast. So let's just get this, get the next one as well, push it in ASAP, and get the recall and go towards bot lane. Actually, no, because Drake is spawning, so we're gonna recall and go back to top lane.
Yeah.
We have TP, so we can look to use TP for Drake just in case our teammates are actually going to need us. And for that, we will have to move our camera quite a bit once they start grouping around there. And I have noticed you use F-keys, right?
Yeah. Mostly for my jungler. I use my jungler a lot, and then mid laner. I rarely look at bot. Like I'm not even
I
sure.
would recommend to you to use with a left click and hold on the minimap, and then like this way you can move like around much faster and check more specific places. So like once you get the chance, go on settings, game, and like there is a mouse thingy, like mouse camera movement or something like that.
Well, I mean, I could do this or.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly like that. Look to fight with this guy. Just fight with him. Just fight with him. Get the autos to slow him. Q is coming up in 3. Just pressure him. Yep. Go for the E. He's up. Actually, no.
No, won't make
You
it.
don't have range. Unfortunately. So Zaya, Soraka mid. This is bot. Grace is mid as well. Just look to push him, just in case he needs to. We'll have to back up now. Actually, they're gonna be coming towards us from mid lane towards top. So let's be a bit careful right now. There's Soraka. There should be Zaya as well. Zaya is over at Tribush. Fuck up.
Ah, fuck.
Zaya is over at Tribush on top side, somewhere in our jungle.
Okay.
She was spotted like a few seconds ago. Just ping Soraka's flash.
So 18 minutes.
How much do we need for Titanic?
300.
400, so 300 more. Everyone is missing on the minimap. They should be coming towards top lane most likely, and we will not like this fight right now. Gromp is spawning. We can get Gromp and look for the recall. Zai is over here, so somebody else should be close as well.
Yeah, they have a ward here from before. I don't see the little red dot, so it's probably still there. Yeah, Fizz was looking for me.
See Titanic, go back to top lane, because Victor is over at bot dealing with Shen. So. This looks questionable. Don't.
Okay. You knew I was looking
just
for
let
this TP, eh?
Yeah. Just look to just let them disengage. If they die, they die. Like you're not gonna change anything. Like at best, which is not at best, you're just basically gonna waste TP and die. And then you start powering after like 20 seconds. Let them show up on the minimap first.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why. There is somebody else on top side. Yep, there is Zaya.
Yeah, that's 3 top.
And Sorak.
4, 5? Is that 5?
Yep.
Oh,
that's why I was saying,
4,
you know,
yeah.
they're gonna look for the dive most likely. They can look for with the Shen ultimate as well, so Fizz ultimate, and they basically dive you. We might have to give the start up if we see more.
Oh, are they sneaking Baron? No, they're getting Chana.
Almost. Be careful. Hopefully we're gonna be fine. Disengage. Zaya is very fed. And don't forget they have Shen ultimate. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, Shen very busy bot lane looks like.
But he can still just look for the ultimate just to give them the shield. Which is just enough for them. You know, to just like keep them alive for a tiny bit more. We have to give this one up. It's very risky. It's not worth it. It's tier 1 anyways. It's falling down like crackers. We're gonna have to look for the recall. At this point we can't really do much. So let's just go back and get some HP. There seems to be a potential fight. So...
Black Cleaver, yeah?
Yeah. It is going to be... actually, with this we can go for Executioners.
Okay. Oh, right, Soraka. Good call.
Yep, they seem to be on Baron. Or... We have Blood Trinket, so let's use it and take a look. Okay, they are not. Nice. So Zaya mid, Soraka should be over there as well. They're most likely just going to int for Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite sure if it's going to be our team or their team, but we're gonna find out. But for now, let's just keep pushing on top lane.
Where should I put this pink?
Stay right now here. Just stop here. Just stop here. Let's stay like that for a bit. Let's see where they're gonna show up.
Do I pink this try?
We can. Yes.
Yeah.
Just make sure you don't really show up on Invasion. Okay, show up now. Show up now. Show up now because Drake is spawning, so they have to decide between you and Drake. Perfect. They're for both side. Okay, back away. Back away. We will be looking for the TP. Cause Shen can just back away like far back, close to like Inky Tower. Okay, TP. Just look for the TP.
Where?
Quick.
Where's
Minions,
there...
minions. They are the closest one. Fizz over the wall. Just look for the ult. Perfect. Oh, W fucked us up.
Oof.
So like for fights like this, we have to be a bit like faster with the TP. Like you were looking for a ward, right? Weren't you?
I was
Yep.
expecting a ward to be anywhere here in the chaos, but
I was basically just looking on the minimap and saw that there was no ward, and that's why I was just saying like TP without saying something specific because they were like only the wave. Like maybe if we TP'd earlier, maybe it was going to actually like change something, but that's just a maybe.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, he's basically dead.
Oh.
Or then the.
So here I'm thinking I go bot.
Like going for the P. If we go bot, we can push this wave and then immediately start rotation towards mid lane.
Okay.
So basically get bot wave. So basically get this wave and the next one because it's going to be already in lane. Make it crush, go scuttle, and move towards mid lane.
Okay.
Fizz is over at top with Graves, I think, or not? Oh, it's actually just him. Just look to shove in the wave, and we're gonna look for the rotation immediately. Don't give a fuck about this guy, just move. After we get Scuttle, we can look for a blue trinket in their top side jungle.
Yeah.
Close on blue buff, for example, like the small bush. In the jungle entrance of blue. There as well. That works too. Zarya, go for Zarya.
Okay.
Zarya is isolated. Yes, she's inting. Ult for the slow.
Oh.
A bit late right now. That works as well. Yes. Ease up. Go for Shen. Oh, Christ. Fizz. Yep, like there we just have to go Baron. So like there we just have to immediately change target. It depends on like who is the closest to like who we can actually get on top of, and who of them like has the most impact. So like in this case, when Fizz came, we should have like immediately.
Okay, so going to interfere with whoever has the most impact is.
Yes, exactly. And in that case, there was just Shen and Soraka. Soraka gets movement speed because her teammates get low, right? So like it's a bit hard to get on top of her. Plus she has Q for the slow. And like Shen is the only one who is like the closest. Just look for the recovery here. Shen was the closest one like at that time for us to like attack. But once Fizz came, like we should just immediately changed. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
So here, macro-wise, okay, like this guy's recalling, so I'll take top.
Let's take mid first, because nobody else is gonna take mid. Poppy is doing jungle comps, and Victor is over base. Jhin is bot, so we go from this to top. We let Victor get the next wave, because he's gonna be over here. So get Krugs. Take a look over top wave. What is happening over our top lane? Where is it pushing to? At this point, they're gonna push towards us because of Shen. Just be careful, okay, so 2 over at mid lane, only Grace is missing. We should be fine 2v1, I'm quite sure. He's looking for an ult. Yep. Fuck him up. Very good.
Oh, you're kidding me. I was too slow.
Q is up. Just, okay. So about your W, don't always have it on. Like, sometimes it just fucks you up because of the slow. Well, like you want to chase. TP, 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 TP. They're gonna be fighting. Oh, is he gonna stop us? Yes, nice. Fizz is over there. We can.
Fizz is dead.
Okay, so just
50
Drake.
seconds.
Just Drake.
It's 50 seconds.
Yep. Until then, make a flank. Make a flank. Yep. Ping them. Ping them. Ping them. Ping them. Because they're slow as fuck. Like they don't see you. Keep on going. Keep on going. Shen is gonna be coming over there, so just expect that. Aggressively. Just zone. Zone away. Zone away. Get blue. He might greed for it. If he does, punish. If not, go top. Okay, good, good, good. He fucked up, no flash.
Good shit.
Perfect. Back on top for the wave. And we'll basically let our teammates just do Drake in the meantime. Perfect, nice. Well freaking done. So get this wave, the next one, recall in bot lane. So we can catch the next wave as well. Because most likely nobody is going to go for that. Or actually, if somebody does, we're just gonna stay on top lane to get some more tower damage on the tier 2. Okay, so Jin goes for the bot wave, so just take this one quickly. Because Fizz is up, yep. Okay, that's fine. Keep your E, keep your E, keep your E.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah. See, that's why I said keep your E. Because it's basically pressure for Fizz.
Okay. So I was flying a little close to the sun. What's like your flow chart for your decision making? Like here, you know, we were going to just take the waves and then go get the bot wave. It's because Jin was picking it up. Now we decided, okay, we're gonna try to get some tower damage, and then I just stayed too long, right? Or did we take a risk and it happened to backfire this time?
So after the tower and Fizz ulting us, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Fizz just missing his ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were supposed to just keep on cutting back and like use E to just go back, right? To just like start heading towards our base, basically. To basically start backing away. And if Fizz tries to like catch up, he has to use E.
Okay.
And once his E is down, just Q. He's slowed.
So E
pop W
as
and he's dead.
Yeah, E as a self peel maybe more often.
Yes, self peel and it is also pressure as well, because like it's one of your main abilities. Like if you hit E, then like ultimate is free, right? So just low push here, just low push. Just shove in, just shove in. We see the rest of their team members on the map. Poppy is pushing our top lane as well, so creating pressure. We will have our teammates push mid lane as well, because there's a new wave incoming. So here, just be careful, because they could be at bot side. Yep, there is Fizz, Xayah, and Soraka over at mid lane. Our teammates could be looking for a flank over at mid right now. There's also Fizz. Shut this in quickly. Shen is going to be looking for a TP. There is a fight. There is a fight. This route is inefficient.
Yeah, I at first I was just looking for Shen.
It was impossible to stop him.
Nah, that was bad.
Yep, that was not needed. Careful, careful. We're gonna get kited. And die because of it. Just back away here, but just back away. It's too risky.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. It's a 2-for-1 and they get the bounty from Poppy, so if our teammates are able to pull something out, then fine, that's good. If not, then whatever. Aye. They're eating. Ultimate is up in 10.
Oh,
Maybe we
shit.
can look for something with... Yeah,
Victor.
maybe we can look for something with him. He's gonna kite them with his ultimate as well. We have all two, so like two of them are very low. Okay, that's just back away at this point. Yeah, they threw so hard. Jesus. Like if Jin and Janna were a bit more patient with the TP from Victor, we will basically just gonna like turn the whole
Oh,
thing
this we
around.
could do something about, right?
If it's played properly, yes, which is hard to do.
Okay, now I'm alone. I leave.
Because I have quite a bit of kiting tools, right? So, and like for us to do something, we have to get fairly close because Urgot range is pretty short. It's like there when you used your E to like I guess cancel the CC. Our best bet was to just hold it and look for the E flash.
E, yeah.
But like again, it was going to be very risky because again they have CC, they have silence, like all that stuff.
Okay, so here I'm thinking I have TP, dragon's coming up pretty quickly. I was gonna leave this for Jin.
Not worth it. Not worth it to go on top right
No?
now. The wave is way too small. Yeah.
Okay. Is this a
Oh
TP?
Christ!
No.
They just won the whole game. Yeah, very risky to like try and contest this right now. Jin is very low. Janna is dead. It's very risky and very hard as well.
This is soul for them.
We can potentially lose the whole game if they kill us all, which is totally possible. Yep, there goes
Yeah.
Victor. Maybe.
Ah.
Yep. At this point, if they go bot lane, since there is a wave, yep, they can either finish the game or they can at least open bot. But Graves is inting and he doesn't want to go for the tower. Seems like. Quite sure Graves is just melting the towers. Yep. And Janna can't do anything about this right now.
Yeah, no, for sure.
She can just Q and that's it. Nothing else.
When Victor comes
Black
up,
outs.
he won't be able to do much either.
Yep.
Is there a
Unfortunately,
way
like
I can change this outcome? Like
No, unfortunately no, because once so who got caught? Was it Poppy? Or like who exactly was it?
It depends on which fight. But yeah, Poppy got
So
caught once, like Janna got caught.
so before Jin and Janna got killed and the enemy team went for Baron and like Victor TP'd, right? So like who exactly got caught there? I don't remember.
I don't either. It's
I guess so.
it's a lot of cognitive overload getting like all the tips and tricks and playing the game. Like you were right, I'm like jittery
Yeah.
now.
Actually, I do remember now. It was Victor. So Victor had died, and then there was Jin and Janna left alive with us and Poppy.
Yeah.
Jin and Janna were by themselves, if you remember. So let me show you real quick. I will stop the recording over at OBS, screen share you, and we can go over.
So I should stop streaming here.
Yeah. I won't. We don't really have to watch anything else from you right now.
Okay.
Let me just rename this as well. Today is 21st?
22nd.
22nd, okay. Oh, Jesus. I've lost fucking track of days.
You and me both.
2022. It's like the game was going pretty well. So was it this? No, it wasn't this fight.
So here you're just telling me to run. Yeah, so
Okay, so there you
Victor
go.
tries that flank, and then we're looking to snipe an alt.
Yep. So basically, here what happens is Jin and Janna make the flank, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are coming this way, so like they have to wait, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like Victor comes up, and if they see that he's the P, he's also like even pinging it. I'm quite sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like pinging it like this one
Yeah.
over here. It's like if they were a bit more patient, so basically the big throw like happens here, and it's not
Mm-hmm.
up to you. Like you were doing very well like this
Mm-hmm.
whole game. And the big throw like starts here because if they were just patient for 5 to 10 more seconds,
Mm-hmm.
like Victor pulls out the TP, you also come, you guys close them down, you
That's
kill like
game winning,
two,
yeah.
yeah, you kill two plus because Fizz is dead. It's basically a 4v4. You and Victor are fresh. You have he has ultimate, Jana has ultimate, and you also have flash, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
can go for a knee flash.
Mm-hmm.
You guys kill them, get Baron, recall, go mid, end the game.
Mm-hmm.
But like just because those two got caught over here, and that's it.
So
Like
in this case, so like we went and we tried to enable Victor's play here, but I think if I didn't have, you know, a challenger in my ear, I would have considered the TP top to just make them choose, you know, like between pushing mid and dealing with me, because you know we do have people coming up. Actually, no, it's like 40 seconds. Yeah, no. I think I wouldn't have had time to think about it. I would have just decided I can't help this Victor. I TP top. I have Hullbreaker. I get an inhib for what I hope is only an inhib on our side.
mm-hmm.
Would that make sense?
uh well, Fizz is spawning, and they also have Shen, so
Hmm.
it's like in
Oh,
a
okay. Yeah.
yep. So
See.
it becomes like a 2v1 immediately. Fizz
Hmm.
just makes like 1 to 1.5k damage like immediately with a combo, right?
Hmm.
Shen follows up with the ultimate into the stun, and we are like basically dead before we even get a chance to do anything.
Okay. All right.
And then they
So
just end the game easily.
so I would have contributed to the game ending play in that case.
And like here it was just about giving it a try because if
Mhm.
we got like like this one ult into one of them, it
Mhm.
becomes a 3v2. Then like if Victor just popped ultimate at this point, right, to just like kite them away because he still
Mhm.
has ult for some fucking reason.
Mhm.
It's like as we saw over here, uh Soraka Shen, I think it was, were somewhat low. Yep, so Soraka Shen are very low. He
Mhm.
places W, so like if he just pops ultimate so he can like push them away,
Mhm.
you can like then look for the ultimate because they're gonna be like closer to you,
Yeah.
right? And like if he kited properly, then this was actually going to be like somewhat doable.
So
But he
he
messed
didn't do that.
messed up like way too much.
I was really tempted to go for the ult on Soraka, but because she burned me so bad, like trying to ult in Fizz earlier and healing him, like with the ult, I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't confident. Like you see me like shift Ring at some point earlier, like trying to aim it, and then I think better of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, with Soraka, the issue is again just because of her passive. Like when somebody is low, she
Mhm.
gets the moon speed, so it's pretty hard for you to like aim it, to like
Mhm.
actually hit it.
Yeah.
And like here, the game basically just went like downfall.
Yeah. So what should I be working on?
So during your landing phase, let's take a look. Uh, 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 so would you be managing your waves the same way that we did right now?
Yeah, I would say. So in a ranged versus melee matchup, I'm typically looking to slow push into them. Um, and like, well, like I was saying earlier, like we managed a very temporary freeze at some point, and that's typically my experience with Urgot. Like, because at some point I am gonna have to use a shotgun, even if I'm trying to like be smart about it, I will lose my freeze. Whereas if I'm playing Yorick or Trundle or Sedge, like I have no problem holding freezes.
Yeah, it's different there, of course.
Hmm.
Well, in the landing phase, expect the wave management that you said that will have been like the same.
Hmm.
There wasn't like that much to talk about,
Okay.
just because like this matchup is it's pretty boring. Like Shen
Hmm.
just plays like pretty safe. He just looks
Yeah.
to scale up, and that's it.
Yeah, Ignite Shens are a lot spicier. Like they'll go for those early trades. They'll basically try to get me low. They get kind of low too, but with the ignite advantage, like I'm basically looking to survive the ignite all in, and then I TP back in, and then hopefully it's my lane at this point. Like barring jungle interference.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually my game plan going into those lanes. This is the first time that I come up against a teleport Shen in probably this, well, at least in recent memory this season. And so, like, it
Mm-hmm.
felt a lot
As
easier than usual.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Well, something about so like the Qs, the
Hmm.
way you just use your Qs,
Hmm.
is one thing. W is, like sometimes you just leave your W to like on a bit too long,
Hmm.
which slows you down when you actually want to chase them, right?
Okay.
And E as well. So like he like either the reaction is slow on like when to use it,
Hmm.
or it is just not there. Or like you just don't realize that you can actually go in with your E and like look for the trade.
Okay.
Like that. That's it about that. And ultimate can be used like to slow people down as well. Sometimes like when you chase, like for example, like over
Yeah, I
here, like we
remember
did.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so like your ult can be used like this way as well to make like kills easier and like the fight to be easier, so you guys can actually get like a members advantage
Hmm.
immediately, like a bit faster. Um, and a tiny bit more for like E flash. It's like
Hmm.
in the team fights for the main target, just so they can like like react
Hmm.
on it. So like in this case, it could have been Graves. So like
Hmm.
once we see that Graves will have used his E,
Hmm.
and then like we know that we actually get a chance to like go for E flash,
Hmm.
then that's like very big, especially like after like 25 minutes or so, because like then getting kills like that on like a target that is like high priority, right?
Hmm.
Counts quite a bit.
Okay.
Like once you get this target down, then you guys can actually like either go push, get like two towers, for example, like at best case scenario, or like maybe an inhibitor as well,
Hmm.
or maybe open up their base, get Drake, get Baron, like get something, like still camps, get waves, and like all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It
So,
it, it, it gives you freedom basically to like
mm,
extend your lead or like come back, depends.
yeah. So with like the way that we played this game, like looking for and like I realize now it's probably like the proper way to play the game, but like looking for those
What
TPs
do you mean
all
by
the
that?
time. Well, like because I went executioners, or sorry, not executioners, Hullbreaker. I would be looking to like draw them away from those fights. I think, like without you in my ear, like I'd be looking to draw people to me so that my team can win, like a numbers advantage game. And like I'm pretty confident going for, like 1v2s and getting something out of it. And I think like my KDA really reflects that type of decision. Like I think on op.gg my KDA is at like 1.8. Um, so like is that a viable way of looking at things? Is, like given that we're looking for like to join those fights, as often as possible, should I have maybe just gone Titanic first am I putting too much emphasis on this item choice? You know, like,
So in this case, the thing that changes like quite a bit of what you just said is simply Shen,
mm-hmm,
right? Like the TPs that I told you about,
mm-hmm,
right? Where just because he's already going to be there, and we have to be there right when he is there, or like
okay,
with a very small difference.
mm-hmm,
But if it was another champion who isn't Shen, basically,
yeah,
like we can look to actually pressure,
mm-hmm,
and like he won't be immediately there and giving such a big shield which can like turn a whole fight around.
yeah,
That's why we were playing like that. Otherwise, going to split push and like pressure at the side more was going to be like a very 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 good option.
okay, yeah, because I was pretty strong in this game, and like I think really like like it had to be like Zaya plus someone to take me out, I think.
Well, in this game it was pretty cock blocking for us just because they had again Zaya Graves and we're just getting started.
Mm-hmm,
Then like Zaya ultimate plus the snare,
mm-hmm.
right? The root. Graves smokescreen. Soraka slow plus silence. Fizz ultimate. Fizz slow. Then we have taunt from Shen. Like if we join the team fights, right? It's just so hard for us. We just need
Mm-hmm,
something else before that so we can follow up.
mm-hmm,
Like for us to set up something in these team fights, almost impossible.
mm-hmm.
Like we would have 5% chance to actually set up something in the team fights in this game. So that's why we needed something like either from Jana, like an Ado,
Mm-hmm.
or Jin to like hit a very good W to like root them and then like look for the ultimate.
Yeah, catch them
Or maybe
out
like
first. Yeah.
yeah, or like Victor to just like place a nice W and like zone them out,
Mm-hmm.
basically to split them out, right? Or like to get the stun or the slow, then pop it either for the ultimate or the stun. Basically something that starts the fight and we can follow up on that
Mm-hmm.
because we just can't start those fights.
Yeah, and that's typically been my experience. If I have a team that can just chunk someone out and I snipe them with my ult, like those are game-winning fights.
Like there are some games where you, as Urgot, you can actually like do something, right? Like where we can actually set up the fight and start it.
Mm-hmm.
But like those are like very very rare scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
Because like in this game they have quite some CC, quite some peeling, quite some kiting. Like get close to one of the carries, basically Victor or Zaya. I
Mm-hmm.
mean Graves or Zaya, and you get kited like immediately.
Yeah.
Like smoke screen for the slow plus you become blind, and Zaya just simply has the feathers.
Yep.
And like once you pulls them back, you basically get CC'd. So that's it.
Okay.
Like in this game, you basically did your best, and then like your teammates simply threw away the fight that we talked about
Mm-hmm.
over. Cause like see, at some point like the game was pretty shit for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like just look how like the whole just game like turned around. So here Zaya just fucks up, splits from the whole team, so she basically gets got out, right? We win the rest of the fight. Over here we get Baron. Amazing. We are like back in the
Mm-hmm.
game. We actually are online. This is over. We go top lane. We fight with this guy. Miss ultimate. That's fine. And here is like the example of W that I told you about. So here after you wanted to chase him here, basically at this point, but because like we also have Q, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like here you should like instantly
Okay, yeah.
deactivated your W, get the moon speed, slow him, and then like you can actually catch up.
Okay, yeah. I see, like I just wanted those minions.
Mm. Well, those
That's
minions.
Yeah, that's another thing. I typically get really, really high CS, like I think compared to.
Like here, the TP basically is just because we have numbers advantage and there's like the fight already happening.
Hmm.
Like us sitting on top lane won't really like give us that much back. So like
Hmm.
it's getting the TP out and going for this potential team fight is like the best option. And like afterwards, the fights were like still going like pretty well.
Hmm.
Here, the whole thing is
Oh, can we
like just
watch?
use it.
Do I eat into him here, eh?
away. So like this way.
Yeah, but like I'm about to E him because I think I can E alt, right?
Yeah, but so basically E, and he has to E. Otherwise, if he
Yeah,
doesn't E, he basically dies,
yeah.
right? And like once we start moving this way, so let me bring up Epic Pen. Uh, get this recording like that. Fuck. I was supposed to press the to minimize it. Yep, so this can be actually visible.
There you
Let me see. Yes, so perfect. There we go. So we get the target fairly quick. We have the empowered minions, right? We
go.
have Hullbreaker, so quite some DPS on the tower. And like here at this point, you are supposed to use like E immediately, so we can go this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if he keeps on following us, we basically just keep on kiting. So like auto move, Q
Yeah,
move, auto move, Q move, right? And like if he keeps on following, he basically dies.
yeah.
And
So
like if
if
Kai'Sa tries
you,
to follow up, then she like gets slowed. We get away, get the
mm-hmm,
tower, and like we pull quite some pressure. So like at least two of them
mm-hmm,
come over here for us, right? And like in the meantime, our teammates are pushing mid and bot
mm-hmm.
while we escape.
So can you go back like 2 seconds?
Yep. Give me. I'm gonna go back 10,
Yeah. So
and here just let
um,
me know when exactly to pause.
yeah. Well, I just want to know, like, tell me exactly when you would have me E
I think your
backwards.
microphone just cut out.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Hello? I. Are you still there?
I'm not able to hear you just in case.
Oh, uh, I nothing changed on my end. Uh, mm, mm,
I don't know. For some reason, I'm not able to hear you.
okay,
Like you just cut
that's
out from nowhere. Oh, it's actually me. Oh, I have 5,000 ping. Never
oh,
mind.
okay, that makes sense.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I got no idea why this is. Ah, hello?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Okay, there we go. I changed
Okay,
the region
okay,
and it
cool.
fixed.
Yeah, so I was wondering exactly when you want me to E backwards.
Like right here when he comes toward you,
Okay.
right? Like his ultimate goes away, and like
Mm-hmm.
until your E pops out.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like here basically E towards him,
Mm-hmm.
right? So basically E towards his direction. And if he doesn't E, he dies. Or like he
Okay.
he gets like very low where he like almost dies and he has to like back
Mm-hmm.
off.
Okay, so
Right?
like just the instant reaction E, basically. I take out tower, then I go for him.
Yes, go for him, and like if he doesn't react, then we kill him. If he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't, then we just like keep on cutting backwards and we basically just win time for our teammates to like,
Mm-hmm.
push mid and push bot.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And if he
think
keeps on
yeah.
chasing, then we just after his E, if he keeps on chasing, we just basically kite.
Okay.
Auto move. Q move, auto move, auto
Mm-hmm.
move, auto move.
I think it's like the thinking behind those actions that I think I don't really have because here my thinking was okay, I'm going to like basically strafe him, like stay out of his range and like force him to like come to me, and then I just like when I see my opening I E him, like when he's in range I E him, I ult him, he's dead. um I made that decision before, like Zaya showed up, right? And then,
Yep. Well,
that,
Zaya had showed up a bit earlier if you just noticed the minimap
yeah.
right
Well,
here.
so that's the thing, like that whole thought process, like what am I going to do in response to this Fizz showing up? Like it all happens before I see Zaya, and then once I see Zaya, I'm like, okay, well, best case scenario here is I trade a kill.
Gotcha. But like you just see like how in a different way you can look at things, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that I find that's the most helpful thing for me because like it was a big thing the first time I got like the replay review. Um, at some point the coach was saying like, "Oh, here if you just, like E forward or like if you just keep fighting, you win." And I didn't have that thinking. I wasn't looking for like that moment where like I've already won the fight, I just need to carry it through. And I
Gotcha.
think
So kind of
that's
like
where,
limits.
yeah, exactly. That's where the limit testing comes in. But I didn't have, like this hypothesis in mind of like when the situation is like this, I think I've won, let's test it. I was just like, I'm gonna push it to the limit, and I had no idea what I was testing really. And so, like in that situation, my thinking was much more, my only chance is to pull this fizz in and hope he gets the fear off on people.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that like it will come with time.
Mhm.
Something that we can do in the next like few days, or like
Mhm.
tomorrow, like whenever it is make a small commentary, and like later on we can catch up with you and like see your progress, like either a VOD review or like a live game
Mhm.
is going to be like completely fine.
Mhm.
Just so we can see like how exactly you're progressing and like what else you have to work on.
Mhm. Yeah.
Do you get that like what exactly I mean?
Well, okay, wait. Yeah, no, I don't. Sorry, it's getting a little overwhelming now. My brain is very full. Could you just
Yeah,
repeat all of
understandable.
that?
So basically, for example, like let's say tomorrow or like
Mhm.
after 2 days, 3 days,
Mhm.
like whenever you're free, we can do a small commentary. Do you
Mhm.
know what this is?
No.
Okay, so basically play a game where you
Mhm.
watch me and I
Mhm.
commented about every single decision that I make and
Mhm.
like as to why, right?
Mhm.
If you have any questions about the decisions that I make or like a play or like anything like this, you can
Mhm.
I mean you can ask me once I get the chance to like answer. So like once I'm
Mhm.
once I'm recalling or like going back lane, right?
Mhm.
So you can get an insight as to like how exactly I'm thinking and
Mhm.
like my reasons behind my actions,
Yeah,
right?
that's so key. It's so
Yeah,
key. Yeah.
which is going to be like very helpful, like in general for you. And like
Mhm.
after that, we can give you some time to play like 15, 20, 30, 40 games. Like, I don't know how many you play like a day approximately, in average,
Mhm. Right.
right?
Yeah.
So you can get some time to like use this information.
Mhm.
And then afterwards, we can do like another lesson where we see like how exactly you're progressing.
Mhm.
Like what exactly you need to work on, or like what still hasn't been worked on, like what else we have to like
Mhm.
just put in focus, you
Yeah.
know
Um.
like
Did
that's my whole process.
Yeah. I like that. Um. Out of curiosity, did you see any like glaring weaknesses?
What do you mean by glaring weaknesses?
Like, was there something I was doing like categorically wrong? Like, is there an evident, flaw in my game somewhere? Is there like I guess the question behind that is, like where where is it where would the easiest improvement come from?
Where
Like
are the easiest improvements come
yeah,
from?
yeah, like, like let's say my mechanics were really poor. You'd be like, okay, like the easiest improvement would come from you working on your mechanics or like knowing your matchups or that kind of thing. Like, or can you not tell just from one game?
For now, I would say adapting.
Okay.
But like in this case, like Shen, it changes up the whole way you play the game.
Mhm.
Because like usually, like you said, you go and split push, right?
Mhm.
But like against Shen, you can't really do that.
Yeah.
Like even if you pressure him, right? He can just e back when he's like away from you, e
Yeah.
back, walk a bit more, and like what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
He ults after 2 seconds. You need like 6 seconds to walk on top of him if he
Yeah.
stays still, which you want,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So
So.
like that's why we said about the TP. So like
Mm-hmm.
shoving in this wave and like immediately going for the fight instead of
Mm-hmm.
like going for like more waves or like camps, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can actually be there right when he joins the fight.
Okay. I'll try to keep that
Otherwise,
in
like
mind.
the whole game, like gets lost and like all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
adapting on each specific game if there is need for you to like adapt to it.
Mm-hmm.
And like in the beginning, it can be pretty confusing for you, but like with time, you'll like figure it out with like
Yeah.
trial and error. And of course, because we will be doing like more lessons, we
Mm-hmm.
can like track it together and make it like much easier for you to like spot
Mm-hmm.
and just discuss and talk about like in case you will have
Mm-hmm.
like any questions about this situation, like this one or like this one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, perfect. So any more questions about what we talked, or is everything clear for now?
Everything's clear for now. It's a lot to digest. I recorded everything, so I'll be rewatching for sure. My brain is very, very full now.
Understandable. So it will be nice for you to even like write things down.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can actually organize your thoughts because like when it is when it is in your head,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like chaos. But like when you just
Yeah.
sit down and like go one by one, then it's going to be like much more organized. So like you can do that,
Mm-hmm.
like make it the way you would like to, because I can make you notes as well. But since you recorded, you seem quite serious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite sure it will be better for you to just sit down and make it your own style, the way
Yeah.
you like it the most,
Yeah.
right? So do that whenever you get the free time to.
Mm-hmm.
And for the rest of the lessons, because Skillcraft doesn't really have this option,
Mm-hmm.
I basically offer, if you noticed on my Discord servers, like
Mm-hmm.
packs. And this is for students like you, for example, and like for more that I have.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you want like more lessons, you basically have the packs, and like with each one, like it depends on like which one you like the most. So like the majority of people chose 10, and there
Mm-hmm.
are like some who choose 15, and like some people who would like to like test things out and see how they like it, they just go for 5.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's up to you if you would like to book a lesson for like those following days.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I will need like the payment so I can make sure that you're actually gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had people like just blow me off,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
not nice.
No.
So just let me know if you would like to. If you're not really sure about now, you can just let me know the
Yeah.
following days,
Yeah.
and we
I
can
I
work
like
things
the
out when it comes.
yeah, I like the idea of the Smurf commentary thing, but for right now, like I have a busy week coming ahead, so probably it would be sometime next week.
Yeah, that's totally fine. That's up to you. You just let me know, and
Hmm.
we just figure things out. And
Perfect.
because you live in the US, right?
I'm in Canada.
Oh, Canada. So
Mm.
the time difference is approximately the same, I guess.
It's exactly the same.
Uh, yes. So currently here it's midnight,
Okay.
12 minutes, so 0012.
Yeah, so
So
six
what time
hour
is it?
difference. It's
Okay, so
6:12
6 hour
here.
difference.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep. So we'll have to be figuring out about this one as well. So like
yeah.
the more in advance you let me know, the
Hmm.
better it will be.
Okay, perfect.
Because I just like get you my schedule, like whatever I have in the following days, I just like gonna throw it away if it
Hmm.
is gonna like interrupt
Hmm.
a lesson,
Okay,
right?
perfect.
So for now, do you have any like plans? Like, are you thinking about any specific park, or you like gonna think about it?
I'll think about it. I was probably going to just do like sessions as needed.
So like separate ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. We can do that one.
Or well, I
We can do
mean,
that one as well.
we'll see. Like,
Okay, so like
yeah,
you have all the options here. You can just
yeah.
like look at them whenever you would like to, and the
Hmm.
way it works is so VOD review, live game coaching, basically charge your earpiece,
Hmm.
play with me, which we can do, and honestly doesn't really benefit that much.
Hmm.
And watch me play. A game is basically smoke commentary.
Hmm.
Like those are the most used options. And about the sessions, you can
Hmm.
basically like use them as ever you would like to.
Hmm.
They can be, for example, like 5 challenger earpieces. They can be 5 VOD reviews, or they can be
Hmm.
like 2 VOD reviews. two challenger earpieces and like one small commentary, right? So like
Mm-hmm.
however you would like to. It's up to you. And if you're not really sure as to like how exactly we can proceed, we can just talk about things and like figure it out as time goes.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
All right. So is everything completely clear?
Yes,
Any questions?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Perfect.
we're good. And now I'm gonna go have a beer and breathe a little.
All right, awesome. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure for me talking to you. Really happy that we just went through this game together.
Yeah, same here.
And something uh, last, I see that you weightlift, don't you?
Yes, I do. I
I
do
I guess
powerlifting.
powerlifting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
yeah. It's quite obvious from the suit
Oh yeah, the
and the people.
picture. I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty cool,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
cool. So from how long do you like lift?
How long have I been lifting?
Yeah, yeah.
I got started pretty late. I started when I was 27 or 28, so it's been
And right now you are.
36. So like 8 years
Oh,
ago.
okay.
Yeah. But I only
Pretty
started
decent.
competing probably about 5 years ago.
So like 3 years into your training, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So before that, it was just like a training style that I enjoyed, but then I started meeting other powerlifters, and then, like the competition scene is a lot of fun. So I was like, you know what? Let's see how I do. And then you get
So
hooked.
I so it's quite more common over there, I guess, like powerlifting compared to like
I
my
wouldn't
place at
I
least.
wouldn't call it common. There's like two relatively big federations, but like I'm in Montreal in Quebec, and like on the actual island, like in the city, I think we no longer have any, like powerlifting specific gyms. They're all like in the suburbs. So I would say the scene is actually getting or has gotten smaller in the time that I've been participating.